Hi everyone, it's Eva Pietrzak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today I'd love to share with you a couple of tips on self-reliance and belief in you. Do you ever have situations where maybe you lose it a little because your results fluctuate? Maybe your results are not happening. Maybe your goal is not happening. Maybe you have a business and let's say your sales go up and down, or maybe, I don't know, you have to fill up a class or an event and it's not filling up and you would love to figure out how to change it. Well, the change comes from self-reliance, from learning who you are and what you're capable of. Once upon a time, I was very shy and very afraid of speaking in public, and I knew very little about where my results come from. And then I started actually studying with Bob, and I started studying with my mentor, and I learned that it's our mindset that is the source of the results. And I also have learned our inner power. So see, our inner power doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from what we plant in our mind. And most of the time we plant ideas that maybe we don't want. So let's say maybe your sales fluctuate when you have a business, or maybe your results fluctuate, maybe your goals are not happening. And then we allow that circumstance to overpower our mind and we go negative. Well, that is not utilizing your inner power. When you understand that you have the power to control the results, then you don't get thrown off by what's happening externally. And how do you control your results? Well, by actually controlling the picture that you have in your mind. So rather than accepting what's happening outside and allowing this to make you go negative, you've got to plug a different idea in your mind to see the result that you want to see. And every single time I've done this practice, this is what we call paradigm shift. My results changed. I mean, if you have seen me at any event, I've probably shared 1,000 times how sometimes, at the beginning of the week, we might have 2 guests sign up for the event, and then on Saturday, 83 show up. And that's no accident. It's all mental work. Now, ever since I've learned about this power that we have, I've become very self-reliant. So let's say if I go on a holiday, or maybe I have a flu or whatever, and I need to go back to my business and I see that results are fluctuating, I would be very, very afraid in the past, but not anymore, because I know that anything I plug in my mind and nourish it with repetition and emotion is going to become real. And for that, we need to study ourselves. Now, I know in a high achievers world, we don't have time for any study, we just take action, action, action. But trust me, if you spend a little time every day studying you and studying what you're capable of mentally, seriously, the results will change. And you will be able to look at your results and be like, yeah, that's interesting, but not allow it to overpower you, and actually decide what the results is that you want and plug it in your mind, nourish with repetition and emotion, and it becomes real. That is a concept of self-reliance, and it actually frees you up from a lot of fear, and it gives you a lot of freedom in relation to creating the business that you want and the results you want, because I don't just use it in my business, I use it in pretty much every single area of my life. So I'd love to share with you some more tips and tools on self-reliance and self-confidence. And this Thursday, I have something special going on. At 6:30 p.m. British Standard Time, I'm doing a webinar on self-confidence and self-image. And I want to share with you lots and lots of tips and tools on how to believe in you, how to understand your power, your mental power that is pretty much governing everything that is happening in your life. So if you guys can join me, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Ireland or abroad. If you can join me at 6:30 p.m. Thursday, I will send you some details under this video. So I hope that gave you some food for thought, and you're going to have an amazing week. Take care.